Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool, and welcome back to more Starfield. We will we will be continuing where we left off, which I think was working on the Ryujin Industries quest line. I feel like we're getting close to the end of that, but I want to get all of the faction quests taken care of before we finally move on to the actual main quest, because I believe we're basically at the end of that as well. I don't know how many of the random side quests I really want to keep going around and doing. We did a bunch of those for a while. And if there's interest, I can, of course, go back and keep doing them. But if we look at our quest logs, we've got the main quest. Unearthed is saying do final glimpses. Final glimpses, I'm assuming we're basically at the end. Faction quest, we've got Ryujin Industries as well as deep cover with the Crimson Fleet to be pirates, I guess. I'll try it out. And then for random activities, we've got this giant list, and I don't know if there's any of these that I really want to go deal with. I mean, some of them, visit Vladimir's house, could be interesting. He's part of the... It's been too long since I played this, 2 weeks. He's part of Constellation, there's the word. So, might be interesting, but things like delivering a plate of liver to someone, So, yeah, I don't know. We might do some more activities before just rushing through all the faction quests, but I'd be curious to know your thoughts on the matter. For the meantime, it looks like we are... Oh, let me get my actual quest I'm doing back selected. We're going in here to have a meeting. Why are you standing on the table? Are you okay?
Can we please get this started?
Sure, I guess. Yeah. Hey, Drenda. No problem.
Brought you all together to discuss a recent security breach. We discovered a mole within the company who leaked vital information about Project Dominion to Infinity Ltd.
You've got to be kidding me.
Just don't tell me it's Vina. I think we've all noticed she's not here.
Before you speculate any further, no, it's not Vina. The guilty party is Imogene Salzo, much to my disappointment. Our operative here obtained the evidence to confirm it.
Lie, yes, Imogen confessed working for Infinity Ltd. Lie, Imogen was trying to use her expertise to set up Ularu as the mole. Lie, Imogen had you all fooled. The security here is laughable. I was able to find and confront Imogen about the situation. So, from what I recall, last time we were told that we need to put the blame on Imogen so that Ularu doesn't realize that people are onto her. So, we've got to maintain the lie. We'll go with the lie. Yes, Imogen confessed to working for Infinity Ltd.
Dalton, how does something like this happen?
Imogene is highly trained. Ularu can even speak to that. We demand the best. So that's the threat we deal with.
I may have well-trained operatives, but security is your responsibility, Dalton. This is a huge failing on your part.
I accept the responsibility, but let's not forget, the mole has already been exposed and dealt with.
Of course, thanks to another of my operatives.
And Drenda, let's save that for later. Once we've got time to set things up. We can't blame Dalton for this. Maybe we should be keeping better tabs on... Maybe someone should be keeping better tabs on their employees. Don't blame Dalton. I'm not going to push at Ularu because we're trying to make sure that people don't think it's her. So we're not trying to put the focus on her, at least for now. So just don't blame Dalton.
Watch me.
Imogene's been dealt with, so bickering is pointless. All I care about is reacquiring our property and what this might be costing us financially.
Vina is completing the internal neuroamp prototype as we speak. Our operative will receive the implant, infiltrate Infinity Ltd, and obtain any and all research. I have it on good authority. The experimentations they've done to replicate the missing pieces of our work have resulted in fatalities.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we read through all of the fatalities that Infinity had, and now our character is being set up to get the same implant, though theoretically with the fixes put in place so that it won't kill us. They're performing illegal human trials at the clinic. Let's not forget Infinity hired mercenaries that killed all the personnel at CM Station RC1. When the public gets wind of what they're doing, they'll want Lucas Drexler's head. All of those are true. Yes, we'll go with the last one. The public will want Lucas Drexler's head.
And the public often gets what it wants.
If I may make a suggestion, we should give this evidence to David at SSNN. It's the best neutral method of releasing this information to the general public.
That'd make my job easier.
David it is, then.
Kusako, the internal neuroamp is ready if you want to send down the candidate.
I hope you're ready for this.
Sure. I'm always ready to do whatever it takes. When it comes to pioneering technological advancements, you bet I'm ready. Hardly, but it's not like I have much of a choice. Yeah, I'm ready for pioneering technological advancements.
Good. I can tell Vina is going to enjoy working with you. Vina will be waiting for you in the neuroamp division in R&D. Once you're done, meet me in my office. Be ready to discuss the details of your next assignment.
Okay. I recently took off my character's helmet, so it's weird seeing the character face that I haven't seen much at all this entire game. So, alright. So now we are going down to get this neuroamp installed. And then use that to infiltrate Infinity, which I don't remember exactly.
Time to craft an appearance for itself.
Yeah, I think we're hoping to somehow get information about Ularu from Infinity Ltd. somehow.
I'm still surprised they have not been completely outlawed.
Anesthesia always makes me nervous.
Warning. This unit is not suited for addressing mental health concerns.
Hey there.
Hey.
Ah, here's my lucky candidate. I hope you're ready to embark on one amazing journey.
I'm excited to be part of it. Yeah, just don't fry my brain. It's not like I have a choice. Are you actually qualified to perform an operation like this? What exactly does this internal neuroamp do?
The internal neuroamp is basically the next leap in our line of influential amplifiers. It gives the user dominion over a less dominant target, meaning you can heavily influence another person's thoughts and actions.
Is the ability to influence someone like that even legal?
Technically, that remains to be seen. It's not legal, but those decisions will be left up to a higher power who is neither you nor me.
Basically, technology has moved fast enough that no laws are yet in place to say it's illegal. Well, that sounds almost like mind control to me. An ability like that would fit nicely with my arsenal. I can see why the project is confidential. Sounds almost like mind control to me.
Hey, let's not get carried away there. That terminology is a bit heavy-handed. So, are you ready to get started?
I am. I'm excited to be part of it. Yeah, just don't fry my... Okay, it's the same options we had before. I'm excited to be part of it.
Yes, I always love a willing subject. Now, just a few details before we begin. Obviously, we'll be putting you under. I'll be making a small incision in the back of your skull where the internal neuroamp will be fitted. The whole procedure should only take 3 to 4 hours with little to no downtime afterwards, provided DeMarcus got everything entered correctly.
Did I not just say I quadruple-checked the numbers?
You know I'm just giving you a hard time. Besides, I've got to make sure my patient is reassured.
Sounds like a bad idea. Yeah. It could be cool, but it also could go very badly. I personally would never sign up for something like this because it sounds very sketchy. Like, have they gotten approvals yet for human trials? Or are they also doing the same thing Infinity did, where they're jumping the gun before the approvals go through? Who knows? I'm sure everything is going to be okay. Right, because joking around before surgery is always reassuring. Let's just get this over with. I've got a corporation to take down. What sort of risks are involved here?
There's little to no risk, assuming your brain is typical and you don't have any adverse reaction to the anesthesia. First sign of trouble, we back out and start evaluating other candidates.
Assuming my brain is normal, so there brings up the question of, what if I've been infected by weird, you know, alien magic powers from an alternate universe that give me superpowers? Is that going to affect things? I'm sure everything's going to be okay.
Of course. We've got, what, 5 PhDs between the two of us?
6, but who's counting?
All I'm saying is that you're in good hands. Now, just lie down on the table once you're ready, and we should be good to go.
If this has not all been a horrible miscalculation, then we will speak again soon.
All right, let's get this party started. Well, look who's finally up. The operation was a success, obviously. Once you're able to refocus, let me know how you're doing.
Okay. I noticed that, yeah, they took off my outfit. Weird. I mean, I guess it makes sense in a medical situation.
So, how are you feeling? You look good?
I feel fine. Everything seems to be the same. I'm disappointed. I was hoping for some cool bionic modifications. Does this mean the procedure was a success?
Huge success. No surprises, no signs of rejection. You were the ideal subject. Now, we just keep our fingers crossed and hope no unknown side effects come creeping in later.
I'm disappointed. I was hoping for some cool bionic modifications.
Yep, that's me every morning. But the whole point of this is no visual indication and no adverse side effects. So, sounds like we're on track. Just a couple quick notes before using the internal neuroamp. First, you can only influence one person at a time. And second, the effect is temporary, so be prepared if you use it in a combat situation.
Okay, understood. Your tech sounds like it could still use some work. There go my plans for a lifelong minion. The effect is temporary. How long will it last?
Let's just say it varies based on the user. Some people have greater mental capabilities than others, which would increase the duration.
Okay. Understood.
Great. Now let's test this sucker out. DeMarcus has graciously volunteered for science, he says.
Alright, let's see what this internal neuroamp can do. I figured he'd already know how it feels. That's awfully brave of him, considering what happened at the clinic. Isn't he one of your top employees? You're ready to risk his life?
Our preliminary testing was rigorous enough that there's little to no risk involved here. The biggest unknown was finding the perfect compatible alloy for the implant. We've had the tech itself working externally for quite some time.
It's awfully brave of him, considering what happened at the clinic.
Please, we're not Infinity. We believe in due diligence when it comes to tech like this. But, just in case something does go wrong, we've got him locked up in the test chamber. DeMarcus loves being hands-on and experiencing things on his own. It's probably why he's the second most published scientist here, after me. Just head up the stairs nearby to the observation deck.
Okay. Let's get my gear back on because this is weird. I have my gun equipped. Spacesuit. Let's put that back on. Jump pack. Probably that one. Sure. I think hazmat was what we used. There we go. I think I'm all kitted out again.
Medical practices without human oversight.
All right, relax. This experiment can't go worse than the last one did.
I mean, that's morbid. Alright, so we're going up here. Press F to open your scanner and target the person you want to manipulate. Press E to bring up the social skills and select manipulation. Once a person has been manipulated, select the object or person you want them to interact with. Okay. Diplomacy, instigation, intimidation, and manipulation are all social skills that you activate while your scanner is up. Hover your cursor over the target and press E to bring up your social skills. Select which skill you want to use with the mouse scroll wheel. If you fail the social skill, your target will be immune to all future social skill attempts. Okay. E? There we go. Activate. I mean, did it work? Oh, then I have to give him a command. So, inspect the door. He can't do that. Okay. You. Activate. Grab the key card. Come on, man. Manipulation. Use secure door controls. Are you? Come on, man. Why is this so challenging? You? Let's move, not like pick up. But there we go. Activate. It's a very clunky system in my mind.
As an observer, the effect is quite unnerving. It is hard not to immediately worry about the implications.
Yep. I cannot talk to either of you. There we go. Your manipulation has ended. I still can't talk to you. Or you.
Oh my god, that was incredible. What was it like?
Wow. How to describe it? 1 minute I was excited about seeing how the experiment would go. The next, I had a brief moment of disorientation and figured I must have lost my train of thought. It felt eerily natural. And yes, I admit it, just as you predicted.
I knew it, I knew it, I knew it! I can hardly wait to finish writing up my latest dissertation. And you owe me 100 creds.
I'll be keeping myself under constant surveillance now. I'm curious if any other side effects may manifest.
Alright, now we talk to Vina.
So, tell me all about it. How did it feel? Any side effects?
It didn't feel like anything at all to me. That was way too easy. This is my new favorite toy. That was too easy. This kind of tech should be banned. If I suffer any side effects, do I get any compensation?
Well, I'd leave that up for Alexis and Lyndon to decide. Compensation's not really my thing.
It didn't feel like anything to me at all.
Yes. Good. Hear that, DeMarcus? That's 2 for 2 now.
I heard. It really was fascinating how all I experienced was a moment of disorientation. It's truly remarkable tech.
I agree, this opens up a lot of possibilities. I'd never be comfortable as someone's puppet. You didn't feel violated at all? What if I'd used it to make you kill another person? You didn't feel violated.
Not at all. But I can imagine if I experienced disorientation like that, but regained my awareness in another room. It could be a bit jarring. We'll definitely be running some more tests in the future, though. So many situations to account for.
What if I had used it to make you kill another person?
Those are the kind of edge cases that I let the board work out. Obviously, tech like this is going to come with its fair share of red tape.
I'd never be comfortable as someone's puppet.
Maybe that's the beauty of it. You'd never know. Besides, the neural amp isn't total control. If a subject's morals or beliefs in something are strong enough, we still see points of failure. That being said, it's been interesting to discover the actions our subjects sanction in their own minds.
Okay. As much as I'd love to go over the details and potential of this amazing piece of technology I created, Masako wants to see you. It sounds like you have an assignment to complete, and DeMarcus and I have a lot of notes to record.
Can't get anything done around here without running into red tape.
Alright, so now we get the details of our actual mission. Which I'm guessing is going to be some sort of big heist type situation to try and get information to prove Ularu was behind everything. Which, if so, that'll be pretty cool. Though, again, my character isn't really spec'd out for the stealth aspects, and this is definitely our effective Thieves Guild equivalent.
The Eugen CEO is not open.
Good, you're here. I wasn't sure how accurate Vina's promise of no downtime was going to be.
Let's just hope her promise of no brain damage holds true as well.
That is my preference as well. I assume we're not going to go over the details of how to prove Ularu is guilty while Ularu is standing right there. Let's see. You were used as a mind puppet to kill someone, but you didn't stop them, so you must have agreed with the action, so you're legally liable for the action. Ouch. Yeah, I could see different ways that this technology could be abused and the legal problems that it would create. Because if they can prove that, well, people can choose not to follow what they're told, so therefore the fact they did it meant they were okay with it, would be super sketchy and dangerous.
Now that you've been outfitted with the internal neuroamp, it's time to put that tech to work. We're sending you into Infinity Ltd. Lucas Drexler is about to learn exactly why you don't steal from Ryujin Industries.
We'll make him wish he never heard of Project Dominion. I'll make him pay with his life. Whatever puts him behind bars, I'm ready. All I need are the details.
Alright. Yuko has provided a layout of Infinity Ltd. You have two options for this assignment. We'll be providing you with the means for both. Option A, you gain entry through their maintenance access on the roof. Option B, we give you an assigned identity and arrange a meeting for you.
Definitely the option B sounds more to my skill suit. I'll figure it out when I get there. Option A, anything to avoid dealing with people directly. Option B, I love the chance to use my acting skills. Would I really be attending this meeting? What are the benefits of option A versus option B?
Option A, you need to remain under the radar the entire time. Option B, you have a slight cover that may give you the opportunity to talk your way to your objectives.
Would I really be attending the meeting?
Of course not. The meeting is just a legitimate way in. Once inside, you'll be led to a waiting room where your host will be running late. That's your opportunity to make your way to either the executive floor or R&D.
Okay. Option B. I'd love a chance to use my acting skills.
Just hope those acting skills don't get you caught or killed. Now, depending on your preference, you'll either find yourself in the maintenance hallway or the marketing department. From there, you have 3 targets. First, you have Lucas Drexler's computer, located in his office on the executive floor. Second is Faye Sengsavan's computer, in research and development. And third, you need to obtain the prototype they are working on, also in R&D.
As you can see, you've several floors to traverse. So I hope you're prepared for an adventure.
Not a problem, I can handle it. That's a lot of ground to cover without getting caught. This would go much faster if I was allowed to use a more direct approach. How far in can I get with that identity you're arranging for me?
You'll only have free range on the marketing floor. Infinity may be cheap, but they know at least some level of security is needed in this business.
Okay, so we're gonna have to sneak around regardless. It would go faster if I could use the more direct approach. That is true. It's a lot of ground to cover without getting caught.
Something a good operative can't manage. Now, I had Ularu create a program that you need to run on both Lucas and Faye's computers. I'll let her explain the details.
You see, once we expose Infinity Ltd, all of their data is going to come under intense scrutiny. We only want the public to know about their mercenary hires and unauthorized human trials, but Project Dominion needs to remain confidential. I've created an overseer program that will gather all the evidence we need, and at the same time delete anything relating to Ryujin and the internal neuroamp.
Okay, so the public will never know Infinity Ltd successfully stole from Ryujin Industries. I can see how a criminal investigation is not the best way to announce new research. True facts. Understood, I'll make sure the job gets done. What about people that know about it, like Lucas himself?
Anyone who comes forward to defend Lucas would be prosecuted as either aiding or being an accessory to these crimes. They all know career suicide when they see it. As for Lucas himself, if he wants to speak up and add corporate theft to his laundry list of crimes, fine. But who's going to believe him?
It is best to keep the public unaware of such a device.
If the media were to draw their own conclusions, I'm certain they'd just create a panic among people. Controlling the narrative is of the utmost importance.
Understood.
No, we don't want to mess on this one. A body count will only distract from what we're trying to accomplish here. In fact, unless they're a master at being one with the shadows, I'd suggest you leave your friend behind. Lower the risk. Simon Rychek provided some useful info on how to evacuate civilians from the building. I'm sure you remember him from Sidonia. Infinity's maintenance crew is understaffed. It's only a matter of time before pressure gauges go unchecked and they have a massive issue on their hands. Once that pressure becomes too much, every floor in the building is going to suffer from gas leaks, setting off an automated alarm to evacuate the building. Simon was able to get a passcode for you to access their system's computer, so you can force the heating system to fail.
Good. Alright, I'll take it into consideration. Good, the less people in the building, the better. Nice to know Simon's still out there and on our side. Where's the computer I need to use this passcode on, and who is left to deal with once the civilians are all gone?
I'm told security has masks to handle the situation, so the guards will still be stationed in the building. It's also possible they'll activate their building's defense system as well. You may run into a few automated turrets, so you'll still want to try and stay out of sight.
Where's the computer I need to use this passcode on?
If the information Simon provided is accurate, you can reach the control systems through a computer located in the maintenance area. It's a pretty convenient stop if you enter in through the roof access.
Ugh. But I don't want to enter through the roof access. Nice to know Simon's still out there and on our side.
That old man's going to be around for some time to come. Especially since I heard you helped him get rid of an old thorn in his side. We're also issuing you an operative suit. It should help reduce their ability to detect you.
Nice.
These suits are typically reserved for the senior ranks, but we want to reduce as much risk as possible.
Okay. Stealth option. Suit or no suit, they'll never know I was there. I could have used that a long time ago, thanks. I'll put the suit to good use. So does it officially make me a senior ranked operative?
Please, you're an exception. But we can talk promotion after you pull off this assignment.
I'll use the stealth option since I've got it. Suit or no suit, they'll never know I was there.
That's what we're hoping for. If you can pull this off, even I'll be impressed.
Once you've run the Overseer program and obtained the prototype, your final step is to deliver the slate to David Barron at the SSNN field office. If he asks questions, feel free to give him just enough information to pique his interest, but no mention of Ryujin or who you are. SSNN is used to anonymous tips. They'll do whatever verifications they deem necessary on their own to confirm the story.
It'll be the corporate story of the decade. I'd love to see the look on Luca's face when this story is broadcast system-wide. I'll make sure that David Barron at SSNN gets the slate. What if David Barron doesn't believe this story? I'm giving the Overseer program to David Barron.
Ularu assured me it's safe.
The Overseer program will purge itself once its primary function is complete. The only thing left on that slate will be proof of Infinity's crimes.
What if he doesn't believe this story?
It doesn't matter what he believes. David's first move will be to verify the information you provide. Once he receives confirmation, which he will, he'll see it as his duty to report the news.
Okay. It'll be the corporate story of the decade.
It certainly will, and we'll have front row seats. So, any final questions before you go?
I don't think so. I'm ready to go. What kind of security am I looking at encountering in Infinity LTD? Could you go over the target one more time? How is the internal neuroamp going to come in handy here? How freely will I be able to move about in the Infinity LTD if I use a false identity?
You'll be restricted to the marketing floor. An appointment is not a free pass.
How's the internal neuroamp going to come in handy here?
You have the ability to manipulate others. If someone's in your way, you could get them to move. If someone has a key card, that means you have a key card. The possibilities here are really up to you.
Could you go over my targets one more time?
Pay attention. We're giving you a slate with a program that has to be run on Lucas Drexler and Fei Sengsavan's computers. You also need to steal their current prototype of the internal neuroamp kept on their R&D floor. Once you're done, you're bringing the slate to David Barron at SSNN, and you're returning here to me with the prototype.
Okay. What kind of security am I looking at encountering in Infinity LTD?
Depending on whether or not you evacuate the building, you'll mostly be looking at security guards, much like we have here. You may encounter an automated defense system in the form of turrets as well, so be careful.
Okay, then I'm ready to go.
Good luck, and be sure to report directly back to me when you return.
Here's Simon's passcode, your operative suit, the Overseer program, and your cover identity. Your cover ID card is encoded with roof entry and elevator access, so that's your ticket in, either way. Don't screw this up, Skylar Lumen.
This will be a day Lucas Drexler will never forget.
Okay. So let's look at what we got. We got the operative suit, 25% harder to detect, and the operative helmet, which doesn't do anything. Wow, really? Why would I wear it then? Skylar Lumen is my ID, maintenance passcode, and the Overseer program. Well, I'm not going to bother wearing a helmet that does nothing for me. Hopefully I don't need it, and I'm fine with this. Where am I going now? Down that way, but... over here. Oh, right, I gotta report to him now that we've got our mission. Hey, Dalton.
You have the program.
Hey, Aloy. Thanks for joining. Give Slate, here. Do what you need to do. Give Slate, yes, here it is. I hope you can find the evidence you need. Give Slate, of course. I hope you know what you're doing. Alaru's work has evaded you before. I'm not going to insult him. Hope you can find the evidence you need.
I'm certain Ularu won't pass up this opportunity. So, let's take a look. Aha. The decryption's hit a snag. There's definitely something here. This is exactly what we needed. According to this code, Ularu intended to plant false evidence that would show Masako was working with Lucas. The moment you launched the Overseer program, a series of fabricated communication files would have been uploaded to the Infinity Ltd network. One of them even frames Masako for encouraging Lucas to push for early human trials.
So it is clear what she intended. Now all that is left is to decide what to do with this information.
I'm going to copy the necessary files off this slate and issue you a new one. I want to keep this one intact, so Ularu can't dispute it. All right. Now, we finally have the evidence we need to prove Ularu's guilt.
Then it is time we use it.
So Ularu is going to frame Masako and use her Overseer program to do it. One down, one to go. Time to pay Infinity Ltd a visit. Let's just hope the board believes it. Ularu is going to use me to plant fake evidence against Masako for her.
There's no doubt. Should you have even noticed the upload, the program itself is designed to ignore any stop commands. It would have been too late.
So Ularu is going to frame Masako and use her Overseer program to do it.
Yes. And had you not brought this program to me in the first place, you would have been the one planting the false evidence. Without that falsified evidence, Ularu is in for a big surprise. I fully expect she'll be eagerly awaiting SSNN's broadcast, anticipating Masako to be accused alongside Lucas Drexler. Here's the new slate with the revised Overseer program. Let's get this assignment finished the right way.
Yes.
I do wonder if this questline has an alternate version where we could have chosen to side with Ularu and take down Masako.
I've been waiting here for ages.
Or if all the choices I've been given are just the appearance of choice, but without actually giving me a choice.